Yo, what's going on, Freljord? I'm here today to make a video which is going to be focused around a bit of mental health. It's also going to relate to kind of the reality of gaming and how we should be balancing that. I've been gaming for about, well, I can't remember when it started, but I've always been gaming, and basically, like, there's a definite stigma around it. People have a lot of judgment around what gaming is. And I just wanted to go through my thoughts on it and see for myself what I unpack, but also to share to you guys what my opinions and thoughts are around that, because I think it's an important topic. I've actually struggled with a lot of mental health myself. Gaming is something that I've always used to cope with that, but it's become a large coping mechanism. So I thought I'd kind of break that down a little bit as well. And go through some points. So I hope you enjoy the video, guys. If you like the content that's going on at the moment, then please do like and subscribe to the channel, and also come over to the Twitch channel as well. Check out the League of Legends streams. We are trying to climb to plat, and hopefully today we have a big climb to plat as well. Okay, so the first thing is the reality of gaming. I put this here. And as I said before, kind of the pros for gaming. There's a big mental coping mechanism there for us. There's different ways to cope with stress in life, and gaming's definitely a really good way to relax, and basically just kind of deal with that stress and start and relax in the evenings. Like, it's not just TV. I don't know, people read and stuff, but my thing's always been, rather than watching a film, I'll always play a game. There's a great social aspect. I've met people I've met online. I won't say their names, but I've met loads of people. I've actually met up with people in real life as well at some gaming events, and I've really enjoyed that aspect. And it's always been great to jump online around 8 PM. Someone's online, and you're like, oh, thank goodness they're on, and you can have a good chat with them and play a few games. Like, I've always loved that as a coping mechanism as well, and it's a really good social benefit. The stigma around games have always been that, like, people are quite lazy, you sit around a lot, you're wasting your time. But as I said, there's that mental coping mechanism, but I think you have to be quite a smart person to be good at any game. There's so many different multiple variants to take in and try and basically control. And with that said, that kind of comes into your day-to-day life when you're trying to organise something, you're trying to make these quick decisions. You become quite an analytical person, and you have a lot of thinking processes around certain things because you're really interested about, like, how that works, because we all know in League of Legends there's so many different skill sets, there's so many different items, there's so many different tactics, there's so many different kind of mechanics you need to know just so you can farm a lane correctly or get advanced at that lane farming. So I think there's a really big smart element to it, and I don't think you should shy away about bringing up that you're a gamer in job interviews. Just make sure you back it up with, like, you know, what attributes it has benefited you with. But one thing I feel like gaming's done for me is given me a bit of leadership. I mean, I've decided to do my Twitch channel, and I've created lots of content, and I've got better at producing videos. But also, you know, when I'm in a game and I'm shot calling, I have to be aware of loads and loads of different information to make a decision to let other people know, like, this is what's going on, this is what I believe we should do. And you have to have Okay, but the other thing with games, the clear fact is that they're a really enjoyable aspect of just enjoying and having fun, laughing, having some sad moments, but also enjoying the kind of the completion of a level or the completion of reaching the next stage of a game has always been a nice kind of thing to enjoy in the evenings. But with that said, there is lots of cons with gaming as well. One of the few things I've written down is they're very time consuming. They can be quite addictive, and they take up a lot of energy as well. With them being a coping mechanism for mental health, they're also very mentally draining. Losing a game or putting lots of effort into anything in life will always bring around this kind of motivation to do extremely well, motivation to make sure you become successful in something. If you're spending loads of time on it, your brain wants to finish it, your brain wants to complete it, your brain wants to be good at it. And when you're losing at it so much, your brain doesn't feel good. It's not going to feel good at all. And that is definitely a downside of gaming. It's definitely a short fix solution. I come back in the evening and I'll play some games. Perfect, easy. There's not a social aspect that I want to do in the evenings. I'd rather come and play some games. That's just me. But it is a short fix. It's something that you can come back and use every evening. But if you look at that for like 5 years, and your coping mechanism is to come back in the evenings and you play games. If I ever met somebody or had another commitment in the evenings or different social events or something, something was the more of a commitment at work or anything, I couldn't put as much time into my games, I might not be able to cope correctly. And that's where a short fix in the evenings isn't always brilliant. We need to have a balance within our lives, and I'm a big advocate for supporting this. Everything in balance is good and bad, and you've got to find where that balance is to kind of enjoy it to its max. If I go overboard on games, and I have done it before, where I do 8-hour stream, I'm doing that because I know I've got X, Y, and Z done already. And that allows me to use that time to just relax and do whatever I want to do. But there has to be a balance, and if you don't find that balance, I think that you can really let yourself down with different attributes, like getting ready for work the next day, having enough sleep, interacting with other people in your home, going to other social events. Like, gaming can take over, and I think that is a con, and it definitely has done that for me. Sometimes I'd rather say to people, look, do you know what, I really don't fancy today, I haven't got the energy for today. I'm not mentally feeling like I've refreshed enough for the last few days. I'd rather sit in and play games, and I might make an excuse about that, and then I'll find myself on the stream. Yeah, so I think that's important, that we end up relying on games rather than people. And I don't think it should get to that stage. I think we should have a few coping mechanisms to deal with life, and I think that's the reality of gaming. If we bring ourselves back to reality, gaming is this short fix that helps us balance what we're dealing with in life, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think that when that short fix isn't working for you, or there's no game that you want to play that you're not enjoying at the time, considering with what's going on in your life, whatever is happening, then you need something else. And it's important to put that in place. It's important to have something that you're interested in, that you're willing to try something new. You're willing to be able to go out and say, do you know what, I gave that a go today, or do you know, I don't fancy gaming today. I've got everything done, I just really don't fancy a game today. Oh, do you know what I'll do? I'll go do that. I think it's important to have that in place, because if we don't, especially as gamers, I do it. When I'm in games, I'm thinking excessively. And when I come away from a game, my brain's still like kind of overdrive. So I guess the question is, what do you put in place? And I wanted to share a bit about what I've put in place and what's helped me in the past. I used to game a lot when I was at uni, and I had to concentrate on my degree, so I had to get rid of games for a bit. So I stopped gaming and I had to concentrate on education, but that didn't mean that I didn't have something to do in the evenings that I couldn't relax on or couldn't enjoy. I still had to find that balance, but I couldn't use games. So what I did was I did boxing. Boxing really helped me mentally. The fitness attribute was huge. The community that came with it, face-to-face community rather than online gaming community. Like, you can't always see people, you're not interacting with people face-to-face. That was really helpful. Building and getting involved with a challenge with other people was awesome, and that really helped me. So I actually had 3 fights. They're all amateur ones, but they all really helped me kind of switch off from gaming when I needed to. So I'd say fitness is great. If you can find something in fitness that's something that you can do, that you enjoy or are willing to try, willing to say, do you know what, if I'm not doing games this day, can I just go and try something? I've played a lot of chess as well and a lot of poker, and in both of those I always try to get involved with a club. What's important to say with poker is it's never about winning money. It's sheerly about the mental aspects and the strategy behind the game. If you enjoy that attribute of any game, then I suggest poker is a great game, but do not play to earn money. Chess is another thing, huge mental attribute. And they're games I really love. They're games that you have to think forward about. Boxing's the same. You have to find combinations, and you have to know the combination of your opponent, so then you can predict and create your own combination to counter that. But it's all thinking ahead stuff, and I love that. I love thinking ahead. And if I ever had a choice to get away from games and I could do anything else, I would always just be trying to think ahead in any type of sport or concept or hobby. So yeah, create a new system for yourself, and that new system involves games. It does involve games. But what it means is that you've got something to fall back on the times you do feel anxious or maybe a bit depressed. I definitely have that when I'm with games and I'm not feeling like I want to play my games, and this huge mechanism, this huge world that I've created, I can't rely on suddenly. You know, suddenly I don't want to speak to everybody online. I don't want to stream. I haven't got the energy to play a game. Do you know what I really fancy doing is getting outside and being a human for a day, enjoying some exercise, go and try some food, go try you know, some different ales and some drinks in a bar and meet some new people. I mean, human beings want to do that. It's very, very natural for us. But as gamers, we do shut that world off. You know, that's our decision. We're in full control of that, but it's our decision. And I think what I really want to say is create a new system which involves games, but allows you to have the discipline to say, do you know what, I'm not going to do gaming today. I'm just going to go and check out what's around my local area. You might want to get involved with a new hobby. Just go try something new. And it really is about having this discipline, about saying, today I know I could play games. I could play games all day. But the reality is, and the reality of gaming, is that we can't do that all the time. We have to create these other mechanisms, other coping mechanisms. We can't rely on games 100%. So the gym is something that I use to say, do you know what, I'm making a conscious effort to balance my gaming, hobby, addiction, you know, mental coping mechanism when it's not working. I know the gym's going to always do that for me. And it's really good to just have that as a energy boost as well. So I want to say is I really recommend just try out a new fitness hobby. It could be anything: kayaking, running, try boxing, try any type of fitness, guys. Just give it a go. Don't worry about what people think about you. Just go in there with the aspect of I'm going to turn up and I'm going to give this a go. You're not losing out on anything, guys, by going. But if you don't try things, you are not going to know if you like it or not. Yeah, and I think the really nice thing about this is that if you're able to put that mechanism in place, you feel better in yourself. You just feel 10 times better. Like if you're exhausted, you sleep well. If you're trying something new, it's a bigger mental stimulus, and you're going to be a bit more exhausted at the end of the day. You're going to sleep better as well. You might get a bigger social network created, which is really a massive benefit. And I have met some people. I've gone out for coffees and different things, and that's really, really good for me. I really like doing that, and it's really interesting to hear about other people's lives and stuff. So 100% want to just encourage you guys to just try something new, step away from your desk and try and give something new, just so you've got that extra coping mechanism. Because bringing it back round to like what I said at the beginning of the video about mental health, I've gone through some mental health kind of issues and problems throughout life, and I've definitely found that gaming's great for when things are going well. But when things are going bad, I need something a bit more extreme. I need something a bit more extreme. I need a big social support, and I need a big kind of mental boost from exercise, and that's always helped me. It's always helped me. And you know what's important to say is that you've got to find what works for you. But try and step away from your desk every now and then, and just say, do you know what? This is what I'm going to try now. Yeah, so that's kind of it, really, guys. If you've got any questions about that, or if you've got any extra comments, then please do let me know, and I will reply to them. Feel free to private message me on Discord or anything like that. We do have a Discord community, which is called the Freljord. So by all means, guys, come in there, check it out. You're more than welcome. I'll be streaming today, and we're going to be doing the ranked climb to plat. But yeah, guys, if you enjoy these types of videos, just me about explaining some things about life, then please just put a like and subscribe to the channel. It gives me a lot of motivation to create more videos. And I hope to see you on the stream. Bye bye.